Hi, everyone. Welcome and happy Sunday morning to the Rem Alternus Stream-A-Thon, where we're going to keep going here with some thirsty sword lesbians, which, like, guys, I'm so excited about. This has been sitting on my bookshelf forever, and I'm like, a chance to run it. Yes. So I learned this last night. Uh, but I have an awesome cast with me. I'm very excited. So let's do a round of intros and then we'll talk about the giveaway that we're doing. So stay tuned for that. Bex, why don't we start with you?
Hi, I'm Bex. I help Rem Alternus with market research stuff, and I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. And Derica?
I'm Derica. I mean, you already know what it is. Just kidding. I'm excited to be here. This is gonna be really fun. I've never played this game, and I'm wondering if I'm old enough for it.
Oh. Elizabeth?
Hello. If you've been here over the past 6 hours, you've already heard my spiel like 7 times. I'm Elizabeth. I help out at REM doing video editing. I have never played this game before either, and I am very excited to get into it.
And last but certainly not least, Chris?
Hey everybody, it's me, your boy, Chris. I'm here pretty often. Yeah, I play Shadowrun on Tuesdays with Derica, and also.
The lovely Derica. How are you
Oh,
not
my
sticking to
bad,
the
my bad,
script?
my bad, my bad. Yeah,
Been doing
the
this for
lovely
2
Derica.
years.
No, I also have agency, and I just chose not to use it. Not to say it this time. All right.
Apparently you don't look
that.
lovely this morning,
It's
Derica.
spreading.
It's spreading.
Agency is a disease.
So everybody has this.
Yeah. And we also play together on Saturday mornings during D&D episodicals, Descent into Inverted. I also write stuff and/or things, and looking forward to getting buck wild with all these kids. So
Awesome. And I'm
Looking
Sarah.
forward to-
Or Rem, I guess I'm going by now. So I'm the CEO of Rem Alternus and glad to be here. The Stream-A-Thon I was not involved in the planning, so it's been wonderfully planned and executed. I'm glad I can just get a chance to play with you guys. So we have a giveaway. Every single show we're doing during the Stream-A-Thon has a giveaway that we're doing. So for this one, it's going to be I have this, clicking on the channel.
It's gonna be
For this one,
hashtag
we
gift for
have,
Derica.
I hope not. We've had enough. Um, we have an alchemical mystery package, which is 3 sample bars of soap packaged with 4 stories from our fantasy alchemist, and that is from Cassie at Pure Alchemy Soaps. You can also follow her on Twitch at Original Box Set. So to win, enter to win, you can type in, okay, I can remember all this. Hashtag RemPC in the chat gets you 1 free entry. 100 bits gets you an entry. Subscribe gets you 7 entries. And then we have a wonderful GoFundMe page that's going to be dropped in the chat here. And that GoFundMe for every dollar that you donate helps us grow. And also, you get an extra entry for every dollar. So thank y'all so much for the support. I'm excited to play some thirsty sword lesbians. How about you?
So excited.
Oh, sorry, it just turned on my Twitch to check on chat and it played my voice in my ears and I got startled. All right. So, as we kick off into this, one of the things that's really important in the book is starting a session with a safety conversation. So, I asked these guys what they were expecting or excited about uh, for this game and what are like some content notes like hey, let's not include X at all. So let's talk through some of those. Mine was I'm excited about finding different ways to win besides or including fighting. A lot of times we solve our problems in D&D and D and such by fighting. So it's neat that we have some alternatives here. Um, I would like to not include at all homophobia since we're thirsty sword lesbians. So we're going to have a very open world where everybody can love everybody else. Um, and then veils for me is going to be any sex. So feel free to engage your characters, but it's going to be kind of off camera, like, hey, let's go to my bunk kind of thing. So I'm looking for a light, fun, comedic game. Um, Elizabeth, you had a couple of things as well. Would you mind sharing?
Sure, let me pull that up because I don't remember.
I mean, it's not
Um,
like you've been up all day.
I know, right? I am excited to see how our characters interact with each other. I'm also excited to see how we all use our different playbooks in fun and interesting ways. And I do not want to include any kind of abuse.
Great. Thank you for that. Derica.
Yeah. I would like to win the soap, but other than that, I would say that I want to laugh, check, and I want at least a moment of like, wow, that was powerful. And I would like to have a diverse game without racism or tokenism.
Awesome. And Chris?
Yeah, I'm just excited for it to play, and yeah, nothing's gonna uncancelable what was the
Why are
other
you
one?
like this?
Because because that's the answer. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to stuff. I don't have any things that I'm worried about anybody crossing or anything like that.
Finally, Bex.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this game. I'm excited to interact with all y'all in character and with the world that you've made. Um, but I don't have any lines or veils and no one else that haven't been mentioned already. There we go. That's English.
Cool. Well, one thing I did for you guys as well, you won't be able to see it in for the chat, but this is just for player safety. In Roll20, you will see that I have a deck in the lower right-hand corner. If you click on that deck and drag it onto the table, um, you can kind of give me a flag. And please, actually, Isabits, if you don't mind keeping an eye out for this for me, because I only have one monitor and might have a different screen up. Um, but this way we can see like, this is going somewhere I'm not comfortable with. Let's slow down. Or if I check in with you guys and everyone feels good, um, you can do the green, which is go, or the red is like, hey, not at all, which means that we'll just go back to that like the previous scene and kind of restart from there. So it just retcons that for you guys. Does that make sense?
It
Do
does.
you want me to verbally wait, flag you down and let you know, or do you want me to just send you a DM?
Um, just because I want to make sure that it's held to the highest importance, go ahead and say something. You can say like robotic, like safety, 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 or you can say like go look at Roll20 or whatever. But just give me some kind of cue uh to go there.
I
Just say
will.
flag on the play because that would be funny to me.
Flag on the play. We got
If
a
she
red
does that though,
card.
I'm gonna look at her all confused. Uh,
Sunday,
all right,
Sunday, Sunday.
cool. Any other thoughts about safety before we continue? All right. And just to make sure, Tom, we are going until 12:45, I believe, right? Eastern? Okay. will be followed up next after at 1 o'clock or 1:15 by Seventh Sea. So get your pirate on. By the way, I'm super excited because a friend I made at Gen Con, who's a voice actor, and he has one of those voices I fall in love with, like Winston. Um, but he does a Seventh Sea podcast for the writers' room, and I invited him to come play with Wart and us for the Stream-A-Thon. So will be really cool to have someone that knows Seventh Sea very well. All right. Introductions is the next phase. So I would like to hear from each of you on who your character is, what they look like, and what relationships, if they have a relationship with another player, what they have, and then I also ask one of your relationship questions. Does everyone see those in your playbooks?
Oh, we are supposed to like
Wait,
look at these things.
wait, where are the relationship questions?
They should be in your playbooks. There's also some if you bring up your the cheat sheet um from the Google Drive in the
Yeah, I
handouts.
see.
It'll have if you scroll down to um page 9, each of your playbooks are there and it'll ask a question. Um
Ah,
so these are questions kind of for you, but I'd like you to pick one and we will see your answer as we go here. So let us start. Let's start with Chris. Who are you playing, Chris?
Hello, everybody. I will be playing Hayate Musashi. Uh, he is the infamous. He uses the infamous playbook. He was a a warrior of great renown. He used to walk. He used to. He was what they called a manslayer, where he would challenge people in the street and kill them in duels. He recently has taken a new leaf and he has gone about wandering around to different villages and helping those in need. He wants to save as many people. He wants to save as many lives as he took in his previous life, and he's working towards that goal. Yeah. Is there
There's
anything
red
else
in
you
your
need?
ledger.
There is red in my ledger, and
What is
he's trying to
what
clean it.
what does he look like?
Uh, he is a tall. He is a tall samurai wearing dark red robes, dark red gi, and black hakama. Um, and he wields two swords.
Nice.
Okay, I'll just grab him.
we're
don't mind me. I'm just generating samurai names because I forgot that I should have a name that fits samurai.
You and me
Name
both.
generators.
I love how Chris is doing on the fly cosplay here.
For sure.
As he gets going. Awesome.
So yeah,
All right.
and this is what they look like. Boom.
Cool. We'll come back to well, actually, does your character have any relationships with any of the other players?
Uh, uh, he will let the other players decide that as he is
Okay.
on a path to redemption.
Okay.
Let them decide if they want to deal with it.
All right, we'll come back to your relationship question after we do all the intros so that you can get to know the other characters too. All right. Secondly, let's go to Elizabeth.
Oh, hi. Um, I am playing the Spooky Witch. Um, I'm weird, like really weird. Um, my character um kind of seeks out and tries to befriend all of the um monsters and spirits that are out in the world. Most people would think that they're inherently evil and stay away from them. My character seeks them out and realizes that It's not so black and white. There's gray to everything, even these creatures and these monsters and spirits. Um, so my character is kind of always kind of segregated from a lot of other people because they think that she's strange and they don't like that she does this. I named my character, but I forgot about the samurai thing. So my character's name is Tessa Kieran because I forgot. And she probably doesn't have too many relationships. She may know another character, but she's probably not close with anybody.
Well, it seems like maybe uh, Hayate and Tessakiran seem a little bit outcasty, so maybe they give themselves or give each other the like I get it nods when they see each other, like how's it going, loner? We're the
Makes sense to me.
weirdos. Awesome. All right, Derica, how about you?
I want to go after Bex.
Oh, okay. Well, Bex, you're on the spot then.
All right. I am playing the Chosen. My character's name is Vera Hart. She is a princess, um, and this is kind of her first and maybe last time really out in the world. She has a lot of theoretical knowledge about a lot of things because she was raised in a palace and has never been on an adventure before. And so she's betrothed to the princess of the adjacent like kingdom empire to merge these two nations to become one. And she said, I would just like one adventure, please, before I get married to this woman I've never met. Um, she is sort of soft and sweet in her demeanor. She wears sort of holy vestments because she was also chosen by God, which really um, messed up her older sister, who thought she was going to be in line for the throne. And then the gods were like, nope, it's this one. And Vera said, what? Oh no. So that earned me a bitter rival, which is marked on my
Ooh.
character sheet. And she also not only got the birthright, but she also got a beautiful ancestral sword that she totally knows how to wield. It's fine.
Excellent. I love that. That gives me a lot of fodder for drama.
Mhm. Also, she
Our soap opera.
may or may
What
not
was
be
that?
deeply in love with her childhood best friend turned bodyguard,
Oh,
which is Derica.
oh, oh, oh. All right,
Yeah.
Derica.
All right. I renamed my character for samurai theme. So my character's name is Ona Matsu. Um, and Ona is a I'm the devoted. And so yeah, Ona wears traditional armor, and has a sword meant to be defensive, and has this like affectionate demeanor, like is clearly like physically intimidating, but facially almost like baby face, like kind of just like friendly, like looks like someone you just want to be friends with, right? Um, and Ona has a loyal steed, a lion named Kojima. And Kojima is fast and agile, and he's stealthy. However, he has an unusual diet of peanut butter sandwiches, and he's pretty harmless. Um, but he looks intimidating, so it's fine, right? Okay. Yeah. So I am being the devoted. I am devoted specifically to protecting Vera Hart on behalf of the Empire, and the kingdom and the royal family. So I'm protecting Vera Hart. And there are three tenets of my devotion to that I found myself like that are hard to like stick with at times, that I find myself tempted to violate. And one of them is to bring Vera back whole and ready to be married to this princess. To not allow her to put herself in danger, and also to obey all directives given by Princess Vera.
I love it. I see
Yeah.
the conflict arising from some of this. That's
Yeah.
great. All right, so we know Vera and Ona have know each other and have that relationship. So I'll circle back um to Hayate. Is there anyone else that you think you're connected to?
Uh,
I think Chris.
sure. Or can you not hear me?
No, I can
Wait.
hear you.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. How about can I be connected to Bex and like say I know her betrothed, right? Uh,
Ooh,
like maybe
That's so good.
yeah,
drama.
I know yeah. Okay. So yeah,
Can we
I
get a
know you're
name for this
betrothed.
betrothed?
Give us a name.
Oh, I mean,
Katara.
you're friends with them. What's their name?
You're about to marry them.
Katara.
Never met them.
Her name is Katara.
Her name's
Her
Katara.
name is her name's Katara. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. All right.
Alright.
So yeah, maybe okay. I'm going after Katara, but so now I'm kind of like jelly at you, trying to
Mhm.
mess that up,
Okay,
something like that. Gotcha.
totally.
All right. I love it. So let's do a round of relationship questions. So Hayate, let's start with you. I want you to choose one of the questions from your playbook and answer it for us.
Uh, it says you swore to never again perform certain actions that could lead to harm. What are they? Uh, Examples include lying, stealing, accepting someone's love, drawing blood, or breaking a promise. If you break your vow, I then stagger. Okay. Um, I will answer.
I think
Yeah.
your questions are on the relationship worksheet. Which is like,
Says before defining.
whom have you wronged the most? Do they know it was you? Who believes in you more than you believe in yourself? And who talks to you about things they wouldn't discuss with others because of your past?
Ooh, yeah. Okay. I don't see that at all where I'm looking. All
So go to the cheat sheet, Chris, that's in the folder.
right. Alrighty.
And scroll
It's
down
the
to page
Thirsty
5.
Sword Lesbian TSL handouts. And it's page 9.
Actually, just go go to the next person, and then I'll load
Sure,
it
you
up.
got
I
it.
can't find.
Elizabeth, how about you?
Hmm. Who is your touchstone for what normal is? Um, I'm guessing that since and I'm sorry, what was Bex, what was the name of your character?
Vera.
Vera, right. I'm guessing because Vera is royalty that we would all know who she is. So I'm gonna say because I don't really see a lot of like what happens on the, what happens at home. I'm gonna say my touchstone for what normal is what I think I see Vera's life as.
Okay, I like it. So high class, holy, is normal, and you're the antithesis of that.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Bex, how about Vera?
Yeah, I think that. Sorry, hold on. My stream got just a little messed up. All right, we're good. Um, the relationship question that I'm looking at is who is just as important to you as your destiny? And I mean, the only answer for that is going to be Ona.
Mhm.
She is my childhood best friend. We are ride or die. And I cared about her a lot before, like way before I cared about being a queen or whatever.
Awesome. I love it. Ona?
Hey,
Hey.
I am going to answer the question of um uh is another PC an object of your devotion? Be like, yeah, that's Vera, so I won't do that one. Who looks out for you even when you don't look out for yourself? That would be Kojima. Kojima is really good at um just anticipating foibles and
Aw.
trying to help her out.
Aw. I love it. All right. And back to Hayate.
Alrighty. Yeah, so my dumbass was clicking the next page on the right, and it's like the whole another daily, but yeah, in the folder. Yeah, I got you. So I'm gonna go with I'm going to choose the Spooky Witch as my confidant because of my past.
Awesome. All right. I love it. Well, knowing what we know about all of our characters here, what I would like to do, and I'm giving a heads up to our tech as well. I'm going to kind of read you about the setting that you find yourselves in, and then I'd like to take a 5-minute break so that you guys can kind of think about what you'd like to see and do within this scene, and then we'll come back and get right into it. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to
All
me.
right. Your pasts and adventures have been your own, but have all led you here to the house of Clan Yukimura. You have sworn fealty to the clan Lorda, Taji Yukamura, but honoring your house, your lord, and yourselves has been harder than anticipated. Taji is a layabout and a slob. You struggle to obey her orders while also living by your samurai code. Sometimes fulfilling her wishes means harming the honor of the house and can harm your own reputations, but it also gives you the freedom to find less conventional ways to fulfill your oaths. The house is luxurious. The throne room is so large that Taji also often has the servants change the purpose of the room to her will. Now it is set for dinner and dancing. An evening of frivolity is the whim of the Lorda. While the servants set the table and bring out massive platters of dumplings, buns, and noodles, you recognize several faces in the crowd. Taji reclines across her throne, seemingly bored. Her toe taps in the air to the music, and she is draped in fine silks. Sachi Hamasaki, the captain of the house guard, stands expressionless and alert at her side. As you meet her eyes, you can sense a tension there, communicating there is more spontaneity to come. Tada Tsukino, the head of the house staff, is rushing about, barking orders to the servants and glancing at Taji's face for signs of approval or disgust. Ying Shizuka, one of the maids, responds to Tada's requests to adjust chairs mere inches from where they began, but does so agreeably enough. Sabura Tachibana sets the table frantically, pulling chopsticks from one pocket of their apron to give a final taste to their dishes, and then placing the used chopsticks in the other pocket. This seems to repeat endlessly. Endless faces of lords and ladies dance to the music, chatter, laugh, and imbibe. For Tesokirin, you also see several spirits present and congregating, and you may feel free to interact with them as well. One thing is certain: despite the informality of your current house, everyone is beautiful, everyone is available, and everyone is here for fun. And we'll take our break. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Don't forget that you can enter to win the box set of mystery soaps with additional stories involved and stuff like that. It's a really cool product. I've gotten one from Cassie before from Pure Alchemy Soaps. So you can get your free entry to win by typing in hashtag RemPC into the chat. You can donate 100 bits for an additional entry. For every 100 bits, you get another entry. For a subscribe, you get 7 entries. And you can go to our GoFundMe page, and for every dollar you spend there, helps us grow, and also you get an extra entry. So we'll do that drawing at the end of the show. Now, back to Samurai Party Time. All right. So I set the scene for you. Your objective, as set forth by the Lorda for this party, is to attend, protect her from anything that might happen that is unforeseen, and also, as always, look out for eligible suitors for your clan Lorda.
Did you say
Amazing.
find a
Look
suitable
out
suitor?
for suitable suitors.
Okay.
So,
That's so funny.
let's start with Princess Vera Hart.
Princess Vera Hart is flitting from group to group at this party, greeting people, being very cordial, using all of the manners she's been so meticulously taught. She, in her heart of hearts, would probably rather be in a quiet room with maybe some like books or like out in the training yard. But you would never be able to tell. She's just cordial, smiling, touching people on the shoulder, just so kind because she's been taught so often. This is how you are at parties.
Awesome. So, as you're talking to the lords and ladies at this party, um, let's kick off with. Bear with me a sec. Let's go ahead and make a figure out person
Okay,
roll and see if you can gain any strings on an NPC or anything like that.
let's do it. What's my wit? Got it. Okay, starting off hot with a 10.
Ooh, so that is an
Yeah.
upbeat. So that means you're super successful here. So let's go. I'm going to the moves here for figure out a person. There's so many moves.
It looks like I can ask 2 questions now or later in the scene.
Ooh, okay. Um,
So one of our objectives is to find a suitor for the Lorda, right?
you're right.
So I think the first question I'm going to ask is, what are your feelings towards what is our Lorda's name? Just the Lorda?
Taji.
What
Taji.
are you feeling towards Lorda Taji?
Um, so the first person you talk to's name is Taka Matsuoka, and Taka is very stoic, doesn't um doesn't react much like within the face or anything like that, but as you kind of charm them and stuff like that, you find that Taka is pretty disgusted by the behavior of Taji. Like the
Okay.
fact that like Taji literally is like in her throne, like not even sitting like in a like you would in a throne, but like the like sideways with the legs over and like stuff like
Sure.
that. Like um and she's got like stains on her silk from eating and stuff like that. She is and Taka is like so disappointed in her behavior and tells you that he feels um that Taji is a dishonor as a lorda of House Yakimura.
Wow. Wow.
Um yeah. So I will let's see. I'll go ahead and give you a string on Taka. So
Absolutely.
take note of that, and you can take one of the black tokens just to remind yourself.
Amazing.
Um, the other person that you talk to, we'll say, because you get those 2 questions,
Mhm.
is Matsushita Suzuki,
Mhm.
and she has the opposite impression of Taji. Taji is
Gross.
elegant. Taji is a figure to be emulated and so luxurious and honorable and rich and like just
There it
the
is.
epitome of class. And
Ugh.
you can tell a little bit that Matsushita is a little smitten
Okay.
with Taji.
Can I use my second question
And you
to
can take
say,
us you can take
go for it. I'll take a string on her,
sorry,
but
go
can I
ahead.
ask, I was
Yeah.
wondering if I can ask my second question of her,
Oh, sure.
which is, how would you feel if? So, how would you feel if I, brought you up to Taji? Like, is that something you would want me to set up?
She kind of gets a little overwhelmed and she's like, "Oh, um, oh, to meet Taji and I I'm not worthy. I mean, I am nobility, of course,
Oh,
but
you are
in
worthy. Of course.
oh my goodness. Whew, I would need to prepare. Is there a restroom? I need to practice in a mirror for a little bit.
There is, and I sort of point her over to a servant who can show her where it is. Uh,
Uh, but
and I
I will find you when I am ready.
absolutely, of course,
Oh, oh my gosh, I'm gonna meet Taji. I'm gonna meet Taji.
you are. Yeah.
Maybe she, as she's walking away, and like Doppler effect is getting further away here, but she's like, maybe we will fall in love and live happily ever after.
I hope that that's
Oh
true for
no.
them.
Oh no. Love truly is blind.
uh, um, all right, so let's with all of the schmoozing that Vera is doing, what is Ona doing while she's doing this?
Yeah, Ona's trying to find a good balance between staying close enough to be within earshot and to like hop in if something pops off, and also keeping an eye of what's happening in the overall space. So it's just being very vigilant.
Okay.
Think
Let's
Vera is
see.
absolutely at all moments trying to rope you into conversation. She's very much doing a Have You Met Ted just about Ona to get her
Yeah,
to
and
be a
you just
part of
get a
it.
like to every one of these is just like a polite, like dignified head nod. Um, that's like kind of awkward, like it's kind of like apologetic even of just like hi, like I'm no one, I don't know why she keeps doing this. And then a backing up to let the conversation happen.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is drinking water the entire time. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
So, as your like half your attention is split on Vera and her
Yeah.
attempted starts of conversations with you.
Yeah, I have two
Um,
jobs here. I've got
yeah,
protecting
yeah.
Vera as my devotion, but also we've been tasked to keeping Taji safe. And so,
So,
yeah.
so as you're looking around, you see that Taji changes positions and adjusts to the other side of her throne. And then as she looks around her, now the table is no longer set in the position that best suited her when she was sitting on the other side of the chair. So anticipating the meltdown that is about to occur, why don't you make a move for defy disaster?
Absolutely. All right. Defy disaster. I think I get some like I do something when I try to do
Yeah,
that.
you
One
you
second.
you get 2d6 and then you add a stat to it
Mhm. Mhm.
when you make a move.
Um that's if I figure out a person. That's if I Okay. Um I've got my is Kojima with us? I would assume Kojima's just with us in this palace.
Yeah, yeah, like you,
Amazing.
yes, this party has a lion. Like this, sure, why
Okay,
not?
amazing.
So for Defy Disaster, you can choose your stat that you want to use. If you're using Might, Endurance, or Courage, you use your Daring. Swiftness or Elegance, you use your Grace. Charm or Social Insight, you use your Heart. Cleverness or Knowledge, you use your Wit. Or Willpower or Metaphysical skill, you use your Spirit. So which one would you like to use to defy disaster?
I think I want to use spirit, and I want to look at a couple servants that are kind of standing along the wall, and I want to say that table needs to move as quickly as you can do so.
All right, go ahead and make your roll.
That's a 10.
A 10. Dang. You guys are rolling well so far. So that is what we call an upbeat. You are successful. So as you do that, they all know what this means, and like the tension in their shoulders just like rises instantly, and they all scramble almost like this is a rehearsed move, and pick the table up, begin picking up chairs, and moving them. So like the table is already moved by the time that Taji makes the inhale to start bellowing. Like, it's done.
It's like a self-satisfied nod, and then back to head on a swivel, and like
Yep.
a apologetic nod to whoever Veer is introducing me to next.
Well done. All right. Uh, let's go over to Tesso Kieran. What are you doing?
Um, Tess is a little uncomfortable around so many living people. Um, so she is kind of like looking around, but anytime she makes eye contact with somebody, she immediately like looks away and like um so she is more than likely going to find the nearest spirit to talk to.
Okay. All right. Let's have you roll an entice to befriend a spirit at this party.
Okay. Mm, so roll plus heart. So I don't have anything in heart, so I just roll the 2d6. Okay.
2d6.
11.
Guys.
Woohoo!
All right, so an 11 is an upbeat as well. So I would like you to narrate, like, who is this spirit? What are they like? And how do you become best friends?
Oh, okay.
Do you need someone to
Um
play the spirit? Cause I got you.
Maybe. So I look around and the first spirit that I see is an older woman who is hovering around a younger woman who is alive. The younger woman's alive. The older woman's like hovering over her. Um, so I kind of walk over and hello, I'm I'm Tess. Who are you?
Erica, go right ahead.
I'm Suki. Hello. And she's looking like forlornly at this like younger woman who's like eating like buns, and she's saying, she says, my, do I miss those buns. The buns
Are
of
you
the physical world.
Are you talking about the
Yes.
food or okay, just checking.
Yeah, the
Done.
food,
You never be too sure.
all of the above, yes. Yes.
Um, are you are you just hovering over here because of the buns, or do you know this
I
young
mean,
woman?
they're beautiful buns. I do not know this woman though.
Okay.
But look at the like delicious, delicious
Indeed,
buns.
they do look delicious.
Yeah.
Um, so why are you here at this party? Do you are you related to someone here? Are you attached to someone here?
Yes, I actually used to be the head of staff here. Way back in the day, well before the slob of Taji. Would you mind doing me a favor?
Mm.
I just need to know if the buns are as soft as they look. Will you mind giving them a poke?
Trying to decide how smacked I'm gonna get if I poke the wrong
She does not clarify at all.
um, playing it safe. Tess is going to reach for the food
Mm.
bun and put one on the.
No, no, those are always cooked to perfection. I know those are soft.
Can we
You
switch? I don't think Derica should be the speaker.
Let me check roll 20 and see if there's a yellow card thrown down.
You can always say no.
As,
Which
as
is
your as
also
your
fair.
hand reaches halfway for the buns before stopping for the food buns, you're reaching past Yukio Wakahisa, who is a lord or lorda, your choice, standing at the table, kind of surveying the food that's happening, and sees you kind of stop, and you're like that awkwardly close to them, as you're being instructed to touch buns.
So whenever I am put in like a weirdly awkward place where I feel like I have to make conversation with somebody, um, I will like blurt out the weirdest like animal fact I can think of. So as like she's watching me reach in and isn't really sure where my hand's gonna go, I like stop and make eye contact with her and just say, the heart of a shrimp is located in its head. And like
Okay.
kind of like look around.
Let's see. I feel like that
So good.
yeah, I love it. Let me check something real quick because I want to see if there's a mechanic that would be suitably hysterical. Um, Go ahead, and because you're kind of engaging in social interaction, um, and clearly that's strong with your 0 stat on it, let's go ahead and roll an entice again.
Okay. 7.
7. Okay, so that is a mixed beat, um, instead of an upbeat this time. So let's see. Entice. Where is my entice? Wee.
You can gain a string on them unless they decide instead to choose one of the choices of get flustered and awkward, or promise something they think you want, or give in to desire.
Um,
Do I pick or do you pick?
you get to pick.
Okay. Um so since we're standing in front of the buns, I kind of it's almost like a mixture. But promise them something they think that you want. Um After I like blurt that out, I say, "You can have my buns." So it's kind of
The
awkward.
spirit goes, delightful! I like you. The moxie.
So as you do that, it with a mixed beat, you have successfully engaged in conversation. However, it is not where the conversation starts to move into a place that might make our spooky witch a little more uncomfortable. So Yukio turns and faces you full force and says, Shrimp and buns, you have my attention. What is your name?
S. Wh- What's your name?
S. I am Yukio Wakahisa, and I gather you are a samurai for this house.
Yes.
Excellent.
And
Tell me, go ahead. What was that?
I was just gonna ask like what she does for the house.
Oh, I am not of this house. I am a lord of a neighboring clan.
Mm. Well, they're lucky to have such a beautiful lord.
She looks you up and down and goes, "You're weird. I like it."
I've heard that many times in my life.
Same.
Um, I feel like with that, I'm gonna gain a string on you.
Okay.
So let me head on over. Are you guys rolling in roll 20?
I have
Oh
physical
no, I had my
dice.
dice.
Okay, that's fine.
Can I ask
All
a quick
right.
question?
Yes.
Um, I on Defy Disaster, can I with the 10 plus gain a string on Taji? Like maybe we make eye contact and I kind of nod so she knows that I was the one that sent the servants to do it.
Let me double check
It's
real
up to your
quick.
discretion that I can also learn new information, discover a new opportunity, or gain a string on someone on a 10 plus.
Ooh, thank you for checking that. Let's see. Yeah, gain a string on Taji. So take a black token
Thank
and just
you.
remember who it's for. I'll make some more black tokens for all these NPCs you guys are gonna have strings on. Cool. All right. So while Tess is having awkward conversations and now apparently being flirted with, let's move over to Hayate. What are you doing at the party?
Uh, Hayate is actually dancing. Uh, he is going on to the beat. He's trying to. He's just moving through the dance floor and seeing what comes up.
All right, so let's see if you can entice um, anyone to come dance with you with your moves.
Alrighty. Oh yeah. What skill would I be using? Would that be
You're using entice, and then entice is with,
wit?
let's see, is
Entices heart.
with heart.
Okay, so then I have an 8. I have no heart.
Well, you have a mixed beat, so it wasn't a downbeat. So like you're a moderate dancer. Um, so let's see. You know what? You manage to entice uh Shizuka, the maid, to take a break from all the hard work of adjusting the table and to dance with you. So you, with a mixed beat, you gain a string on them, unless you decide to choose getting flustered and awkward, promising something they think you want, or give in to desire.
uh, give in to desire.
How did I know that that was going to be the choice?
Have
Uh,
you met me?
all right, so let's see here. I have you know what? She's supposed to be working, so we're gonna use the move Finally Kiss in a dangerous situation. So you are dancing, and you get swept up into the beat and like start, like kind of dance breaking, uh, Footloose style and like picking her up and stuff like that. And finally, like you just feel that tension and that moment occur, and you lean in and kiss her, and you now have a +1 ongoing. Um, to
Uh,
protect the other for the rest of the scene. So if you take any actions to protect her from getting in trouble or vice versa, you get a +1.
Fantastic. And what was your game? What was your name again, young
Ying
lady? Uh,
Shizuka.
Ying Shizuka. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure
See.
dancing with you.
I love that. Like you finally kiss and then you're like, I'm done now. And like
Is that not how you're supposed to do it?
Right.
romance. She kind of sighs and then gets swept away to do more work. Awesome. All right. So now that we've kind of seen what everyone is doing, um, Ona, you see that Taji ha has narrowed her eyes and is looking at Vera.
I get like a questioning look of like, oh, what's about to happen? Can I figure out a person?
Sure.
Okay. Um, when I figure out a person during a physical conflict, that doesn't matter here. Okay.
You roll plus wit.
Uh, okay, it's an 8 on the die, but I have a -1 to wit.
So
So
that's
that's a
7.
7,
It's
which
still
is
a
still in,
downbeat,
yeah,
or still
yeah.
a mixed beat, but you can get +3 more if you want if you spend your string on them. And you have a string on Taji.
Ooh, I do. I want to do that. Yeah,
All
for
right.
sure.
So that puts you to a 10, making it an upbeat. And you may ask 2 questions now or later in the scene. It doesn't have to be asking them directly to Taji. You can ask me the question to see if you can gain insight.
I want to know what are their feelings towards Vera.
Seething hatred.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Okay. I want to ask, how could I get her to at least ambivalent about Vera?
You know, to find the answer to that question, you must gain more insight into Taji's motivations uh, and relationships.
Mhm.
That would
Mhm.
require you getting closer to Taji.
Yeah. Okay. I look at Vera and I go, "Excuse me a moment," and I head towards Taji.
Right?
Hey,
What?
no, it's fine. It seems like you have something important to do. I
Uh,
just
you're the princess. I am
me.
just going to go talk to Taji, and I will be back if that suits you and your needs. That is what I'll do.
You talk so weird to me now. Can you just? My name's Vera.
Uh, I'll be back, princess. And I awkwardly walk away.
And at this point, I think anyone with eyes would know that she's smitten with Ona.
Let's I think smitten is a move, so go ahead
Mhm.
and roll a smitten move while I go there?
Yeah, so basically, my Truths of Heart and Blade, when I become smitten with someone, I say why, and I give them a string. So you now have a string on me. And our respective stations make it impossible for us to be together because I am betrothed to another, and you are not of noble birth. But it doesn't matter.
Oh, so I give you, oops, I give
No,
you one of my
I give
red
you a
ones.
string. No,
Oh,
you take one of
yes.
mine.
Dibs.
Yeah.
So,
Amazing.
the purpose of the smitten move is to signal to the rest of the table that this is something important that your character is feeling. So, like,
Mhm.
having Ona walk away from you, like, is, like, seriously upsetting to you.
Yeah, she
Um
was my comfort blanket.
Awesome. I feel like, with that fear of her walking away from you, that, you have the insecure condition.
Okay. I will mark that.
In this scene, you didn't tell me to do anything, did you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good. I haven't,
I mean, I did say call me Vera.
yeah, one of my tenets of devotion is I obey all directives from Vera, and I did not do that. And I would say that falls under acting contrary to my devotion or disobeying a superior, which would be, yeah.
So what does that do?
I get a condition.
Ooh. Um,
I
let's
think,
see. Guilty?
yeah, I think guilty makes sense.
All right. So you now have guilty as a condition. Bear with me 1 second.
Uh,
Get -2 to emotional support.
And okay, okay. I'm gonna just no reason. I'm just gonna use my snipping tool here so that I can remember this page without having to flip back to it.
No reason.
Yay.
Here's the reason.
All right. Um, neat. So, at Taji, um, as you approach Ona, um,
I would like to
and
cut in and like try to like as she's like walking across the dance floor, like pull her into a dance.
I would like to defy disaster.
well, let's because Chris is initiating, let's go ahead and have a entice.
All right. Got an 11.
Dang it. Okay,
So,
so you
describe
get a
how
string on me.
yeah, describe how you entice how you manage to distract uh Ona and what you
Uh,
what you're doing.
so Hayate is picking up that she's feeling a little guilty because her head's kind of down as she's like moving across the dance floor, and so he kind of comes up beside her and like lifts her chin up and then and pulls her into like a spin. And it's like this is the first time I've seen your eyes looking at the floor all night.
I choose to get flustered and awkward. Um, no, actually, I'm gonna promise something I think you want, and I'm gonna say, um, I actually have something of an urgent nature, but how about before all is said and done, we'll do a dance if that's what you wish.
But there's no time like the present. And he could. he
So,
could dance.
Chris, you gain 1 string um, on Ona,
Okay.
and then they have promised something they think you want. So they think you want that dance. And so that kind of covers for that she
That
made a promise
enticing.
to you as a samurai, so she has to keep that promise or
But
be
what if
dishonored.
it? But what if it? But what if I don't want to dance? What if there's something else that there's another reason I'm trying to dance with her right now? Like this is a means to an end.
Interesting.
Well,
Like
you can role play it out, and so what she did is made you the promise, so the
okay.
scene continues. So
Okay. I mean, that's all well and good, but I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with Vera and Katara.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Taji, and since that is our sworn duty, maybe we can do this later.
No.
I see how you've gotten the reputation you've gotten, and I turn to leave.
oh,
Ooh.
oh, all right. So
Whoa.
I feel like that does a thing. Let's see here.
Cool, 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 cool.
Let me take a look at this
I
here.
think could I do maybe a fight move, and
Oh,
in
let's do
this
it.
I'm just trying to like get him to unhand me and walk away. And just like a really, my hope is to do it in a really smooth motion of just like, I see how you've gotten the reputation you've gotten, and like,
Yeah,
yeah.
actually reading this, go ahead and roll your fight.
Okay, I'm gonna
You can use
use,
daring or grace.
I'm gonna use daring. Ooh, that's a 7.
A
Let me make
7,
sure I
so
don't
that
have
is
anything special for fighting. Um, I have to be riding my steed, but since we're not really in a place where we would be riding our steed, can I use Kojima just by being next to me?
um,
Because then I can roll spirit instead of
well, since you've already
daring.
rolled, I'll say no. So you get to, with a mixed beat for this, you get to choose 2 of these options, and your opponent chooses 1. So if you guys look at fight,
Yeah.
I feel like the first one makes sense. Provoke your opponent and gain a string on them. Through violence or cutting words, inflict a condition. Create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. Or take an object from your opponent or seize a superior position.
Okay. Who chooses
So you
first?
choose. Well, you choose because you were the attacker.
Okay, I choose 2 and opponent chooses 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to seize a superior position. So that's that like move of like unhanding me. And I think with what I've said, it's probably provoking them, and gaining a string.
Okay, so you gain a string on Chris, and then
Okay.
Chris, you get to choose 1.
Uh, and if so, I would like to choose a superior position.
I
So what?
believe
Since
you may not pick the same option more than
okay,
once for a single fight move.
alrighty.
So you can choose through violence or cutting words, you can inflict a condition. You can create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction.
Okay. So when she makes that move to unhand and try to go for superior position, I take it as like she's trying to flip me or whatever, and then so I counter by going under her armpit and then like flipping
Just
her over.
suplexing.
Yeah, flipping her over, and then I'll I guess impose a condition.
Okay. So the conditions are angry, frightened, guilty, hopeless, and insecure. And I feel like
Can
this
I
would
pick it?
likely make her angry.
Yeah,
Angry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, you can choose
absolutely.
it.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
I'm picking angry. Yeah, and also Kojima, also angry.
And then I'll make to pick you up off the floor. Like I'm
Nah.
sorry, old habits.
I would say I don't quite hit the floor because Kojima being quick and agile, um, and stealthy, like creeps up like into the situation, just like runs through and like kind of catches me with his body before I fully go prone. And so I'm more like and just kind of sits me back up. So I'm just mad.
Yeah.
I'm just mad that you attempted to do this in the first place, which I think works because I do get the superior position. So that feels like it still meets all of the things. Yeah.
So from here, what next? So the fight move
Yeah.
was initiated by Derica. So either Chris can go, or if someone else wants to get involved, they would have priority at this point.
uh, as uh, as she's sitting on Kojima, he's just going to like wipe his hands. He's like, okay, I guess you
And
can be on your way.
can Vera, I think she's watched Ona walk away, right? So she
Yep.
sees this happen, and I want her to be able to step in and smoothly dance with. Um, I'm so sorry, Chris. What is your character's name?
Hayate.
Uh, Hayate. To sort of cover up the fight thing that just happened, and also like get Ona free of whatever situation they clearly don't want to be in.
I feel like that calls for a defy disaster.
Okay, great. Defy disaster. And I think this is going to be charm or social insight. So I can roll plus heart,
Okay.
which gives me a +2, which brings me to a 9.
A 9, so that is a mixed beat. Um, ooh. So, let's see here. So it says the GM will offer you a hard choice or success with a sacrifice. So let's say that
Wait, so Vera has to sacrifice something in the midst of doing this? Is that what the result
or
is?
make a hard
Or
choice.
make a hard
Oh,
choice.
got it.
Yeah, so I need to narrate something first for you. So let's see. Um oh, I know. So as you're watching this and as you step in to kind of cover for this, you're stepping away from a conversation that you already turned your back to. Um
Mm,
So let's say the last person we said you were talking to was Matsushita. So while she is approaching, or while she has approached you and said, "I'm ready to speak with Taji," you turned away to watch Ono walk away, and then just walked away to go dance with Hayate.
yeah, absolutely. Oof.
Oh no.
So we're gonna give Matsuyushi the angry condition.
Super fair.
Matsushita.
Matsushita, yeah, Matsushita Suzuki. Okay. All right. So that was Bex. How about you, Elizabeth? What are you doing?
Um, Probably still awkwardly being flirted with. Um, unless I can get out of this conversation and go talk to some more spirits where I'm comfortable.
So, do you want to defy disaster by leaving this conversation or
Um,
what?
actually, I would like to figure out a person with her, with Yukio.
Go ahead. Make your roll.
I got a 2.
Oh, that's XP.
Oh, yeah, so you get an XP. Um, let's see here. You also, um, I'm gonna say that she gains a string on you. Wait, let me see. Yeah, because I don't think it narrates for 6 and under. Stagger. Where is our figure out a person? There it is. Yeah. Okay. So I think she kind of sees you like eye her, but then like kind of look to your side and whisper under your breath, and she kind of like narrows her eyes at you and then widens as she realizes that you have the ability to see spirits and communicate with them. So she is going to take that string. Oh, I now have 2 strings on
Yeah.
Elizabeth. This is so exciting. Okay. So let's, you know what? Actually, as a reaction to that, her eyes widen and then she begins to smile and takes you by the hand and is going to lead you up to Taji.
Okay.
And she, you know what? She'll spend a string to influence you to come with her. Agreeably.
There is no escape.
All right.
Right.
So,
I follow.
all right. So you're heading up to Taji. Ona, I believe, is heading up to Taji since Hayate was like, "Yo, go in peace." Um, and
Peace be with you.
yeah. So let's go to Ona. You're heading up to Taji, right?
I am. I think I'm riding up to Taji on Kojima, and I think I'm like so angry about what just happened that I'm like kind of holding on to their collar, and I end up snapping the collar, and breaking it. And in doing so, my anger dissipates. Um, and I'm like,
Well done.
yeah, Kojima, I'm so sorry. I just, you know how it gets, and then you just hear Kojima kind of purring reassuringly, um,
Oh,
as we're headed up there. So just so everyone knows, to clear the angry condition, I have to break something important to me or someone that I care about.
or you can emotionally support each other after kind of the action has passed of a scene. By the way, the conditions, there are 5 conditions. When you get assigned, when a player gets assigned a 6th condition, they are defeated for the scene. So they're basically so emotionally wrecked that they can't even act in the scene anymore. Um, but we'll see if we get there. So far, everyone now with Derica clearing one of those, we're only at 1. So you reach Taji, and your anger is dissipating. Um, what would you like to do?
Is uh Tess also heading up this way?
Yes.
Okay. Um,
Unfortunately.
yeah, I am assuming because I'm on Kojima that I just get there first because I'm faster.
Yeah.
And I want to quickly try to have this discussion before anybody else gets up there, and I am going to what's the move here? Um, I could try to figure out a person again.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Um, and I say uh yeah. I just say uh well met. And how are you? And as I'm like looking at them, I'm gonna try to figure them out. Ooh, that's so bad. That's a failure. It's an XP though.
That's an XP. All right, so figure out a person. Um, so she her narrowed eyes go um from Vera to you. Uh, as she says, um, actually, since you rolled so bad in musically,
Yeah, I
um,
rolled a 4, and then I have a -1 to wit, so I rolled real bad.
cool. Cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, as her eyes follow Vera, whose eyes follow you,
Oh no.
um her eyes widen and then like almost get like a smirk to them
Oh
as
no,
she
this is
gains a
the worst
string on
thing.
you.
So bad.
Dang
Yep.
it. Oh, that's so bad. That's not good for me. That's not good for me at all.
So she finally looks to you and kind of looks you over um before giving a shrug and saying what?
Uh, well, I noticed that you looked a little perturbed, if I may say so, and I wondered if there was anything that I could do um to be helpful. And I think that's an entice move probably, if that's okay.
Um yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That's heart. That's a 6.
You're doing great. You got another XP.
Oh yeah, one more and I can do an advanced thing.
All right. So how are you
Y-
enticing them?
Yeah, I wanted yeah, I was like I've noticed that you looked a little perturbed and wondered if there was anything I could do to help. And I think as I'm saying this, I'm I kind of keep like trying to catch Vera in my peripheral and make sure that she's okay, especially with the, you know, infamous Hayate.
Oh, I think indeed there is a way that you can help. Uh, she says ominously. Um,
Why I gotta be bad at rolling?
uh, she will. She's going to make the fight move.
Oh no. I am still on Kojima.
Okay. She rolled a 6. So she fails too. So let's see here.
Yeah, how
Fight
dare.
gives.
Someone hasn't been keeping up with their training.
Well, she's not physically fighting.
I
She's using
know.
cutting words.
Rude.
Um, but she says, It appears you are missed by your master. How close exactly are you?
Uh,
But it does not
yeah,
inflict a condition on you.
yeah. Um, I'm here to be loyal to all things I should be loyal to. Said, I will ask again, is there anything that I can do for you? And your poor temperament. Oh no, why are you clapping? I don't like that.
Um, as I said, yes, there is. Take a knee.
I stiffly get off of Kojima and I take a knee.
Uh, she raises her voice, gaining the attention of all in the room. The music dies
Oh
down and
no.
stops,
Oh no. Sarah, what are you about to do?
and she says, "Pledge your loyalty and love to only me, and
I knew it.
disavow your previous affiliations." And she says this while looking directly uh, at Vera.
Wow.
Before you react, I'm going to give everyone else a chance to react because you've been going for a little bit. So,
Yeah.
uh,
And they've all
uh,
heard this too.
yeah,
So, yeah.
Tess, you see this as you're coming up. Hayate and Vera, you have stopped your dancing on the dance floor to look up with kind of that oh shit expression, uh, as you see this confrontation. So, would any of you like to react before Ona, while Ona figures out what she's gonna do?
This could.
So
Hayate's gonna lean into Vera and he's gonna be like, "This could be the best thing that ever happened to you if you play your cards right."
Vera is not in the right state of mind to think politically. She is just heartbroken. And she's insecure. And I think she's actually gonna act a little rashly to get rid of that insecure condition. And she's going to start approaching um the dais where
Oh no.
she is. Yeah. She's fully stopped dancing and she starts walking. She doesn't have a plan. She's just like so she's no longer insecure. She's confronting the source of her jealousy, which is now this person who is trying to take Ona from her.
Haji.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Okay,
that's what she's trying to do.
that's
I feel like I
that's
need some
awesome.
popcorn.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
I'm so stressed.
So her insecurity dissipates in the face of this massive injustice.
I just wanted to play a funny queer game and now I'm stressed.
Yeah.
Um, well, Hayate, are you doing anything else?
Uh, no. I'm just waiting to watch this train wreck. Let's
Okay,
see.
great, great. Watching the train wreck. And Tess, how about you?
Same. I'm being slowly led up and I'm just watching.
All right, Ona, what you doing?
What's the hierarchy here? Because you've got Vera's parents, which are the Emperor and Empress, and then you have the Lorda of the House clan. What's the priority level
Ooh.
here in the structure?
I'd say about equal measure. I did not anticipate having a princess in the mix. So
Fair.
like
Yeah, I
maybe
have to
maybe
make a choice here, basically, is what.
yeah,
Like, and
yeah.
and neither one is like
You
wrong
will
in
be
terms of
dishonored no
societal.
matter what you do.
Yes. Yep. So I'm gonna try to defy disaster. I think. And Is it okay if I roll before I say what I do?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. Be very nice to me, please. I'm so scared.
Be
I don't
nice.
want to
I
look
want
at
to
them.
see. I want to see
Can
what
I?
happens.
I have the feat help me, which is that I'm a magnet for trouble, and when others defy disaster that would befall me, they get to mark XP. Does this count in this situation, do you think?
When others defy disaster that would but
That
befall
would
you,
negatively affect me. Yeah.
if she is unsuccessful, yes.
Okay, great.
If they
Uh,
defy, or if she is successful, you gain an
got it.
XP.
Cool. She gains an
What'd you get,
XP.
Derica? What'd you get?
Um.
Math hard?
Yep. I roll a 6 on the die, but I get to roll spirit instead of daring, which makes it an 8.
Okay.
Um, and that's
A mixed
not
beat.
quite what I want. Yeah, it's mixed, and I really just wanted it to be not.
All
But
right.
um,
Narrate what you do.
yep. I think I say I say I serve at your whim and desire, except for this one thing that you ask of me. However, I believe that in this room is a suitor that you will be deeply well suited for. Um, Instead, ask of me to find that person.
She actually makes the sound,
Yeah, for sure.
and she goes, if you defy my order, then I give you one final choice. You will either leave my service, in which case you must leave the house and be separated from your other charge, or you can send a messenger to Katara and tell her of your relationship with Vera. Your choice.
I will write such letter.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Evil.
Um,
Evil.
Go ahead and roll a figure out person while you do this.
Amazing. This will. Can we count this as a physical conflict since we're not really doing physical conflicts?
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, you
When I
can
figure
do
out a
physical
person during a
conflict.
physical conflict, I can ask one of a question. I can ask a question, one of these two questions of a person, which is what will you fight for? That is, what is figure out person? Heart 7. So figure out person, that's a mixed beat. But I do want to ask. Actually, I do. I want to ask that, but I don't ask it in like a threatening way. I ask it because I know what I'm willing to risk death for.
So say that again, sorry.
I ask Taji, what are you willing to risk death for? But I do it in a way that's not combative, but like a genuine question that makes it. My hope is that it makes it clear that I know what I would risk death for.
She actually like makes very direct eye contact with you and says the same as you.
Okay, I get to ask 2 questions, right? What do you hope to get from Vera?
She looks around at the room where everyone is still stopped and looking at her, and she says, I am looking to end the engagement she does not deserve. And by she looks at Vera.
Ooh, Sarah. Chris. uh,
Did I just give you your ooh powerful moment?
ooh. Ooh.
Hey.
Ooh.
By the way, I just want you to know I did have like an entirely different thing planned with actual physical fighting. And as soon as you guys told me about your characters, I was like, nope.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
I think in her saying that, Vera probably has an opportunity to step forward and defend this engagement,
I
and
do
she
have one
chooses.
more question
Okay, go for it.
I get to ask.
You get 2 and you asked 2.
I get one based on my what will you fight for, which is my truths of heart and blade. When I
Oh,
figure
okay.
out a person.
Okay.
So my second question from the figure out a person is, um, uh, uh, what I want to ask, what are your feelings towards Katara?
She kind of blinks as she considers her answer and says, my feelings toward Katara are that she is noble, kind, a true friend, and deserves a chance at true happiness. And she again looks judgily at Vera.
Noted. I think Ona just nods.
Okay. And then Vera, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say it seems like this would be the proper moment for her to step forward and defend her engagement. Um, and I part of my chosen is the fated day approaches, which is whenever I miss an opportunity to make progress towards my destiny, then something bad happens. Um, so I need to decide whether I defend this or whether I let something bad happen.
I feel
Um,
like I feel like this is a big crucial moment, and if you choose not to ask, then 2
mm,
conditions get inflicted upon you.
ooh, okay. Um, yeah. Well, because it says either someone over with power over me makes an uncomfortable demand in furtherance of my destiny backed by a threat, or a
Ooh.
PC I care about receives bad news or has an accident serious enough to make them stagger. Those are the two like bad options, which could be in the form of conditions for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that she will step forward as is her duty to defend this engagement at the
Ooh,
detriment of her own heart.
cool. Um, I think that merits a one condition
Okay.
for Ona
Oof. Yeah.
as you as you hear Vera defend a relationship with another.
Yeah, I think she will choose to fight rolling plus grace.
Okay. And
And
meanwhile, Ona, choose the condition that would be inflicted upon you.
Insecure.
Don't you already have that?
Nope, I have guilty.
Okay.
Both conditions inflicted upon me by Vera, by the way.
Yay!
okay, that is a 10.
A
Um
10, okay.
yeah. So I choose 3 and you choose 1 in response. So I'm
Well,
going
for fight,
to
right?
yeah, for fight. So through cutting words, I'm going to say, "How dare you impugn not only my honor, but the honor of my sworn servant, at this party which you invited us to in your own home. How dare you? I have been nothing but honorable.
And that inflicts a
And then,
condition.
mhm.
So
And
I think that makes her Taji feel a little insecure that she's getting called out in front of everyone.
absolutely.
Good.
I'm going to create an opportunity for my ally Ona through prowess and distraction, so that she does not have to make this choice that she was told she had to make.
Oh, writing the letter?
Because,
I don't have to
yeah,
write the
because it
letter
is
now?
certainly not her place to say that.
Ooh.
Because she has said she is not in your service, she is in my service.
Ooh.
And the third thing will be to, in this provoking, gain a string on them.
Okay. Um, all of that is cool, so I will choose the last option, which I will use seize a superior position. So as she gets flustered and um and insecure, having been called out in her own house, in her own throne room, she stands and like you can see that like the silk she was wearing like is literally just like pieces of silk and like some of them are like sliding off um as she
Oh no.
stands and actually like stands on her throne to get like a physically superior position to you and the meltdown is about to begin as uh she lashes out and says, "How dare you in my home?" And we'll see what happens next here. So let's jump over to Tess.
How can I follow that?
Well, you're following someone who's like now starting to like move closer to the throne, but at less speed than she initially was.
Um, I would like, and I don't know if this is a role, I don't know. I would just like to ask her, maybe this isn't the time to introduce me.
This
Maybe
sounds
we should take a step back and
sounds like defy
get to know each
disaster to
other.
me.
Yeah, roll of defy disaster.
Okay, so I can pick which way I want to go. Um, um, I'm gonna go with spirit, I think. Um, not 10.
Okay, that's an upbeat.
Um,
So do it with style. What are you doing to so you can yeah,
so
describe how you stop this from happening.
okay, so I am using I am going to kind of because she still has my hand, so I'm gonna kind of pull her closer to me and say, you seem to be interested in some of my gifts. Perhaps we should let this, whatever this is, finish, and perhaps you and I can go someplace private and I can show you.
Your buns.
I can show you more of my gifts that you seem
Please
so interested in.
please gain a string.
I
Ooh,
can
I get a
show you
string.
my buns.
And this character is smitten. Uh,
Ooh.
Oh, what does that mean? What do I have to do?
so, uh, when you become smitten, say why, give them a string on you. So you take two strings,
Okay.
and answer uh, the questions of truths and heart of your playbook, but I don't have a playbook. So, we're just gonna go with um, the reason why is so your gifts make you very special. So in addition to your very awkward flirting and them saying that you're weird and they like it, um, then they find out that you have these special talents, and um, they want you close to them. So I'll actually give you the information as you go off screen for a little bit to show some gifts, to share some
Oh
gifts
no, let's share some
um,
talents.
of your choice, whatever gifts you wish to share.
And I was
But
gonna talk to her about the spirits, but I mean, that's fine, you know, whatever. That's cool.
you show her spirits, she shows you something. We'll
There are
fade
I
to
buns
love
black
the
again.
involved, it's
I
fine.
love the idea that your character makes a lot of people just fall in love with you on accident, and you're like, this isn't what I was looking for, but okay. And it just happens kind of a lot.
So what you find out through this fade to black scene is that this lord wants you in her employ. So the reason she was dragging you up there was to say um that she wishes to obtain your fealty off of Taji.
My employee in what way?
So right now you are your fealty is to Taji
Mhm.
and Clan Yukimura, and she wants your fealty to be to her, her and House Wakahisa.
Alright.
Ooh.
She wants to be close to you.
I mean, she likes me in spite of the fact that I'm weird, awkward, talk about buns and, shrimp heads.
Shrimp.
Um, um, and she doesn't think it's, like, super freaky that I can talk to spirits, so I'm kinda smitten with her too, if I'm being completely honest.
Ah!
Cute.
So if that's the case, go ahead then and
Oh,
answer the question in the Truths of Heart and Blade section of your playbook.
okay. Um, I love the name of it, Why Did I Bring Up the Snails? Um the question is, what obvious thing did you, or I'm sorry, what obvious thing about you are you sure would make them reject me? Um, the fact that I can see spirits, the fact that I find friendship in these creatures, that is what makes most people reject me. And I just kind of assumed that she would reject me for that reason as well.
Aw.
So do I have to give her strings back or do I just give her a string?
Um, no, you give her oop, oop, give her a string. Both my AirPods fell out at the exact same time. It was alarming. Um, so uh you give her one of your colored strings and you get the two strings of her color, which is black.
Okay.
Neato. Look at all this string sharing. Hey, by the way, I have three strings on you. That's so exciting.
Can I, unless Chris wants to do something first.
By all means, go for it.
Okay, can I defy disaster by dipping out on Kojima from, like, just get massive space from Taji, and bring the subject of my devotion with me, um, because I can do that.
So you're basically using a full action to disengage.
Yep, I would like to do that. I would like to do that, please.
Okay. How does that move work?
I'm trying to figure out if this would be, I'm getting back on Kojima, and then if I'm successful, let me look at Defy Disaster again. Um, I would do like might probably to grab uh Vera to put her on Kojima as well. And but that would be rolling daring, but because Kojima is my loyal steed, I can roll spirit instead.
Yeah, that's fine.
Come on. Okay, so that's 8 on the die plus 2 is 10.
Okay. So yeah, you managed to scoop up Vera onto
With
the lion's back
style.
with style. Um and it's actually so as you he Kojima turns and darts to the other end of the room. There's a window there and there's a sunset, so it looks like you're actually riding toward the sunset
Chris.
as you get across the um
Can I gain a string on Vera?
Yeah.
because yeah, for scooping her up and what playing to
Yeah,
the
so
smitten.
I rolled a 10 plus. So I can
Okay,
either, and it's your discretion, so I can learn new information, I can discover a new opportunity, or I gain a string on someone.
gain a string.
Amazing.
Is it all right as this is happening for me to make one final move?
It depends because so far we've been waiting for the meltdown to happen. So
Yeah.
what are you doing while
Basically,
you're being scooped?
I have a move as who I am that's called Know Your Place. And it's when someone dares insult you, deliver a scathing retort. And it's basically going to be like, my kingdom will hear of this dishonor type of thing as I'm leaving. To
Oh
make it
yeah,
seem less like
absolutely.
I'm being swept away.
Like this
And
was your
more like,
idea?
yeah.
Well,
That's
I
so
think
funny.
I think poking the other lion in the room is gonna inflict the angry condition.
Okay, for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
And
Let me go ahead and roll plus wit on this. Real quick. Bad, so bad.
oh,
That's only
okay,
a 5.
very well. Then in
Oof,
that case, seeing the look on her face as you say that, um, she does not get the angry condition, but you know that the meltdown is about to happen, and so we're gonna give you the frightened condition.
for sure. Okay, cool.
Meanwhile, um, out of seemingly nowhere in the crowd, Ying comes charging um, at Hayate and says and kind of tries to like uh tackle him out of the way like of like a line of fire or something. But she's small and he's bigger. So she just kind of like flomps onto him instead and says uh it's about to get bad, you must leave.
Uh, it's about to get fun.
And with that, Taji will shout, the inhale having been completed, traitors, kill them.
Oh no! Wait, so then that means that you guys, as also samurai of this house, have to obey that order, right?
Oh shit. Okay.
Or else, what will the consequences be? Who knows? Because I'm figuring this out too. Um, so with that, she is going to trigger the fight action. You know what? As she reaches behind the throne and draws a sword herself, and all of her silk just falls to the floor. So she's naked fighting right now, as you would expect in some thirsty sword lesbians. So
Mhm, mhm.
um, let's roll a fight for her.
Can
That is a 10.
Wow.
So as
Is she,
she go ahead.
is she fighting? Me specifically or just in general?
She's she's charging the 3 of you, the lion, Ona, and Vera. So, let me see. With a 10, I get to choose 3 and you get to choose 1. So let's see. Um She is going to provoke um provoke Vera by launching across the room in pursuit of the lion and striking uh at Ona. So there's like a slash in Ona's robe and like some blood uh comes up here. So she's gonna gain a string on Vera.
Mm-hmm.
And then also inflict a condition. So Vera, what are your conditions?
Right now, I just have frightened.
Yeah, let's add angry to that.
Okay.
I am going to use fanatical self-sacrifice, and I'm gonna mark angry to prevent Vera from getting the condition of
Oh
angry.
no. Wait,
And
how many conditions?
it can only be removed um by doing the like this can't be something that gets emotional supported away. Um
Oh,
but it causes a -1 penalty instead of a -2.
okay. All right. So then number 3. Ooh. Um, as uh, this is cinematic and silly. So, this is how real life works entirely. So as she slashes at Ona, um, and you turn to look at her, she manipulates the sword to loosen your engagement ring, and it goes on the tip of the bloody sword, and you have some of Ona's blood trailing down your finger as she takes your engagement ring uh and has it now.
Okay.
And you get to choose one.
I
I'll let
think
either Vera or Ona, since I did attack
I
Ona, but I was
I do have an
targeting
idea.
Vera.
yeah, I was gonna say I defer to Ona because she took all of the negative effects of this.
It's fine. Um I'm gonna create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction, and I'm going to yell at Hayate. Um, uh, now's the chance for you to prove your worthiness. Maybe we'll talk about Katara later.
He kind of smirks and is like, "Oh, what are you looking for me?" As he starts strolling towards the commotion, hands on his swords.
Just help. Just help. So
Go
I'm like
ahead and roll
defending.
go ahead and roll an entice on
Amazing.
Hayate.
Entice. I have -2 to entice. Um, and then entice uses plus what does entice use? Sorry.
Entice is I'm on stagger. Heart.
Okay. That's a healthy 5, but that's my 3rd XP and I get to spend it.
So let's cover advanced stuff in just a second.
Hmm.
But go ahead and Chris, with that downbeat, you're still allowed help if that's your choice, but there's like a sacrifice
I'm sorry, you were cutting out. I
Like
couldn't
it's
quite
or
hear
just
you.
like, yeah, sure, okay. So I'm gonna have you narrate since it's a 5, which is a downbeat. So you can still choose to help, but it isn't just a clean like, hey, help me. Okay. So what are the consequences or strings attached to you making your decision to help or not help?
Uh, so Hayate is still fond of a challenge, but it looks like that people are out for blood, and he's trying not to kill anybody anymore. Uh, so he's taken a vow not to spill blood, but he's up for he thinks he's got the juice to take her without hurting her. So he's going to step in anyway.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay.
So you have assistance, but it will not be to ultimately defeat Taki. Is that correct? Or Taji, is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. I don't want to kill her Well, I might in this moment, but in my right mind, I wouldn't want to kill her.
Also because we're in a comedy, um, Tess is already back.
Yeah, absolutely. Watson and things have popped off.
So my question is, did this whole like fealty thing happen? So am I actually like
No, because you stopped Yukio from talking to Taji. But you now know what Yukio's intent is.
oh, okay. So if I were to like astral dance myself and my girlfriend out of here somewhere safe, that would probably be bad, right?
That's so good.
You can totally do that if you don't
Alternatively,
want to be
though,
part of this action.
alternatively though, you could decide that, oh, I know I'm switching my fealty, so I might as well help in this scenario, you know? And then you don't have to be sitting out this altercation.
You though. You also have been up for
I
like
also
27 hours.
Yeah.
So if you would like to be like, you know what? We peace out and then like take a little nap, you're welcome
so
to.
funny.
No,
We
no.
astral danced off into the sunset.
With my girlfriend I just met like 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
Amazing.
I love it.
All right. So are we trying to kill her or are we just trying to like calm her down with swords?
That one.
Yeah, that's my goal. Is
Yeah,
to calm her
calm her
down
down
with
with
swords.
swords. We would have the whole house coming down on us if we killed her. And also, like, that's just, we're samurai. We probably shouldn't
Yeah.
do that.
All
Absolutely.
right.
I
What
wish
am
I
I
still
gonna
had
do?
that
What am I
string on
gonna do?
her.
All right. I guess I'm gonna fight.
Go ahead and roll your fight then.
Oh. A 4.
4.
That's
Um,
XP.
yeah, you get an XP, and remind me we have to do that advance too. I want to hear about that.
I did
So
pick one.
cool. So as you go in to fight, you manage to like trip and bump into her and like bump her sword arm so it doesn't make its next attack that it tries to make. But you kind of clumsily do that as Yukio you walk in holding hands and then like you jump into the fray and like as your hands release she's like be careful.
I mean, I'm in a spirit bun haze of smittenness. Of course I missed.
Spirit buns, I love it.
Buns.
Okay,
Spirit bond.
cool.
That's so funny.
Suki, the bun spirit, also says, "Go get him!" Just cheering you on.
Well, if I
All
can't
right.
get buns, then you sure as hell should.
Oh,
So,
they're fluffy, by the way.
I knew it.
string on Suki. You have a string with a spirit now. That's great.
That's so
I
funny.
enjoyed that. All right. What? Advancing. Let's go back to advancing real quick. I got distracted by fluffy buns. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So, Derica, what? Tell us about advancing.
Yeah, I can spend, normally I need 5 XP to advance, but because we're doing a one shot, it's only 3. And I can, as of right now, take another move from my playbook, take a move from any playbook, or add a stat, add +1 to a stat. And I think, I'm going to I think I'm gonna pick a move from another move from my playbook. I'm gonna do For the Cause. So when I fight the enemy of my devotion, I can suffer a condition to choose an additional option from the fight move, even if I roll a 6 or less. And I can inflict a condition a second time within a single fight move this way. So I can do 2 conditions on the enemy of my devotion by taking a condition upon myself.
You're taking so many conditions.
I know, I'm built around taking conditions. I'm just saying, you guys can also remove conditions from me.
Yeah, how do I do that? Remind me.
The emotional support move,
Okay.
but I think there's stipulations around like stopping to emotionally support one when a sword is flying at you
Right.
is not
Right.
always wise.
Yeah, it's probably not the best.
They're there. Ah!
For sure.
So, all right. So, Tess just went. And let's go ahead and have Hayate. You decided you were going to be involved, but what are you? Let's have you make a move.
I'm going to fight.
Ooh,
So as she's like swinging in, he's going to actually let's roll and see what happens. Yeah. Okay, so 10.
nice. So that's an upbeat.
All right.
So you get 3 conditions to pick from, and I get 1.
Alrighty. So I will take a superior position. Uh, so like he will dash in and then like kind of sidestep a swing and then grab her wrist and then just kind of like butt her with the with the pommel and I'll inflict a condition.
Ooh, okay.
And I get one more, right?
What? Yes.
I got 10. All right. And then I will flirt with her and kind of like dip her back and just like just calm yourself. There's easier ways to solve this, especially dressed as you are.
So she already has insecure as a condition. So um you know what? I think she's going to be hopeless in her
Hopeless.
um yeah, so as you do that, she looks hopelessly into your eyes and drops her sword. She's gonna take a move to finally kiss.
Okay. Cool beans.
This is like I'm just here to kiss all the ladies. We're all good
Poke,
here.
poke them with
Let's see.
swords.
in a dangerous situation. So, ooh, okay, so as she looks into your eyes and pulls herself into you, um, you each get +1 ongoing to get to safety and protect the other for the rest of the scene.
Oh no.
Ooh,
Okay. So
Man,
I guess
I had intentionally hurt Derica and Bexmore. Yay!
yeah.
Fine. He doesn't have to choose to protect her. He just gets a +1 if he does choose to protect her.
Yeah, it's kind of like making it a little harder to choose where it's like, oh man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
awesome. All right, so let's go to Bex and Derica. I'll let either one of you choose which to go first.
I'm gonna make a move to. I'm gonna spend my string on Taka, who I know doesn't like Taji to begin with, and say, "Join my retinue. Fight in this just cause. You didn't like her anyway."
Go ahead and roll in it. Oh wait, no, it's an influence with string, which I
Yeah.
believe just happens, right?
Yeah.
All right. So um Taka will move up. Um, let's see here. He's going to we
I take the smitten. I become smitten at this.
ah neat. So tell us why.
It's the stepping into the authority of her role, which is something that she's just not really been doing as she's trying to hold on to the like childhood kind of um thing as the younger sister and this destiny that she didn't choose and whatnot. And now she's stepping into authority and like inviting people to join the fight on her behalf, which is all very like exactly what she should be doing. And also knowing that it is a little bit to also protect Ona. So yeah, I give Vera a string, and I answer, pursuing them conflicts with my devotion because my heart is not mine to give. Um, because I am ultimately supposed to bring you back to marry
Right.
Katara.
So it's so complicated.
Messy.
Um, Meanwhile, Taka is going to defy disaster, so I'm going to make a roll. Oh, there we are. Too many windows open, guys. So that's an 8, so that is a mixed beat. So kind of he kind of sighs at being brought into this, like, why is this even a problem? As he steps forward and says, okay, so a hard choice or success with a sacrifice. Um, he is going to say, um, at the risk of involving my own house with such nonsense, um,
Doesn't he have
Todd,
to do it? That sucks for someone in like authority. Sorry, go ahead.
at at the risk of dishonoring my own house, um, I will step in and get involved in another. Uh, Taji, you are a disgrace to the lords and lordas of this party, and if you do not step down, um, and back off this inane fight that you started, um, I will have no choice um, but to sever all ties with your house that benefit both of our houses or both of our clans. So that's gonna make her kind of stop and think twice. So she like just had kissy face and was feeling um a little heart flutter, and then she's now being shamed. Uh, for that, I'm gonna go ahead and give her a guilty. She's
How many
being
conditions does she have
guilted.
right now?
3.
Okay.
So that's what your plea does, Bex. So let's go to Derica. What does Ona do besides become smitten?
For the cause, I'm gonna fight. And I'm gonna
Okay.
suffer condition. I'm gonna suffer hopeless.
Ooh.
Because I like don't win either way, right? Like I still like my devotion tenet is to bring her back to marry this person. Um and like this it's all pretty hopeless and meaningless, like everything that's happening right now. But again, must fight for your honor. So when I fight the enemy of my devotion, Taji, I suffer that condition, and I could choose an additional option from the fight move, even if I roll a 6 or lower. So let's see what I roll. I also get to roll spirit instead of. Oh, nice. Okay, it's an 8 on the die, which makes it a 10 total.
How
All
does this
right, so that's
protecting
enough.
thing work?
Oh no, what? Hold on, I get to do my thing first.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I didn't know if there was a move that just lets
I
me
think
like
it just
catch
gives
it
you
or
a
something.
+1.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, hold on. Okay, fight. I get to pick 3, opponent chooses 1, but I'm actually going to pick 4, and I'm going to inflict a second condition,
Ooh.
which should take her out, but yeah, I want to gain a string by provoking and say, even the lords and lordas you invited to this party do not see you as one worthy of respect. And I gain a string. And then I'm going to create an opportunity for, I want to say uh, Hayate, but not if they're going to help her. So I'm going to create an opportunity for uh, Kojima to run off with Vera still on his back. And then I'm going to take the engagement ring from uh Taji. And then
Ooh.
in all of this I inflict 2 conditions. What are the conditions that are left?
Let's see. Angry and frightened.
Yes, I make her angry because I took the ring from her. Uh and frightened because I pointed out how like at risk her position actually is.
With that, um, she is now defeated. So let me look that back up because I don't remember what happens when we're defeated. Um,
You just beat it?
Give me the
You just
soaps.
give me the
because no one
soaps.
wants to be defeated. Okay, gotcha.
Uh, okay, let's see the moves. Oop, let's see. Clearing conditions, inflicting and defeating NPCs. Many confrontations end with de-escalation, seduction, or discovery of a new twist. So what we'll do is as she becomes overcome, she falls from Hayate's grasp, hits the floor, and begins to sob, just as you hear a voice that says, um, stop it, leave her alone, you monsters. And from the crowd comes Matsushita Suzuki, um, who she's wearing these blue robes of that have like a sigil for House Suzuki, but she opens the robe and then like closes it the other way, changing the color, and you see that she is actually from House Katara as she runs in and throws herself over Taji and says, uh, Taji, I never wanted to be married off to another house. I only wanted house Yukimura. Um my heart is yours and has always been yours. And she takes the smitten condition. Um and I'll give you all a chance to react to that.
Wait, is
So,
that Katara
I,
herself? I was gonna set her up with. Oh my god, the layers. Okay.
She was just
Hayate
disguised.
is gonna.
That's
Uh,
wild.
oh, so that is Katara?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna break the engagement ring, just like, and get rid of the angry condition.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think Vera takes a final move to defy her destiny and turns the lion around and runs back and doesn't realize that this has really happened because she was sent away. And she, right after this big thing, she says, "Oh no, I don't care. I don't care about destiny. I don't care about status. I don't care about the gods." And they finally kiss in a situation if you're amenable to it.
Finally kiss in in a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a soap
I was
opera.
just making sure it wouldn't kill, like it wouldn't defeat her to do so.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. No, we're good. I'm gonna, yeah. I think you should make it a direct order though, because one of my tenets is that I have to obey all direct orders.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she runs in and she says, "Kiss me."
Amazing. Yeah, she obliges.
Incredible.
Aw. So while they're kissing, uh, Hayate, this Lorda just fell out of your arms and is now has Katara over top of her.
These are both the women you were interested in, is that correct?
No.
No.
Actually, yes,
Yeah, it
it
is.
was.
Absolutely
Oh.
is.
You're just missing the maid.
Yeah,
I'm
the
just
maid
missing the
is
maid.
yeah, Ying.
Yeah. They're just like, kind of like, oh, okay. It's like that hurts, but
That's so
looking
funny.
looking up and like with her eyes and cheeks filled with tears, um Taji looks up and sees the look of sadness on Hayate's face as
Oh.
she pulls Katara off of her kind of gently by the hair and neck and says, "Katara, it's always only been you. That's why I hated Vera so fervently because she didn't deserve you. Our love is meant to be." And then her eyes look back up to Hayate and goes, "You're cute too," and pulls him in, and the three of them are bracing on the
Yes.
floor.
Oh, power couple.
Yes.
And Tess, how about you?
Um, I just kind of like look. Are you good? Are you're good? Okay. I would like to astral dance myself and Fluffy Buns out of here.
As you do that and you kind of uh exit to fade to black again, um you kind of anyone who has their wits about them enough to listen kind of hears again that Doppler effect as they drift away together very quickly. Um, so when should we talk about using your powers to take over the world?
Amazing.
Tomorrow morning.
Maybe the afternoon.
Yeah. We'll play it
And
by
with
ear.
that, I think we'll call this a happily ever after.
That's
Uh,
so
and
good.
end scene.
Incredible.
Uh,
That was great.
so what do you guys think of Thirsty Sword Lesbians?
That was
It had
so much
so
fun.
many conditions.
It's a wild time.
I was kind of
It's
wondering
wild.
if Ono was going to be defeated during that scene.
Yeah.
I think it would have been
Mhm.
good if I was going for like if it was like, oh, this ends not in Vera and Ona getting together. Her being defeated is actually the best thing to happen, is because then she can keep the like true to her devotion and
Mhm.
her tenets. So yeah,
It could have gone that
I
way,
was
but
prepared for it. I was prepared for it, but I'm
well,
glad
like
it
we
went the
said
way
at
it
the
did.
bottom, at the top of the show, like we were here to have like a comedic, goofy
Yeah.
time with
Absolutely.
laughs, and so
And
making
it
it silly and
ended
ridiculous.
in 3 weddings, which is the definition of
Fluffy Buns is my favorite thing, and you're gonna hear Fluffy Buns from me for sure.
Glad.
It's just the thing I'm gonna say now.
That was pretty great, and it was like, well, everyone's pairing up, so we can't leave Hayate out, so we're gonna make a thruple.
I was so
Perfect.
hoping you would do that because
Me
I
too,
saw
'cause they
that as one of the
all love each
moves.
other.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Because it was both people he was smitten with.
Yeah.
So good.
Poor now the only person this was not a happy ending for was Ying.
Leo.
I mean, she knew what this was. She's just a maid, right? No, I'm joking.
Ah.
I'm joking. I feel
Sugi's
bad.
just very proud of Tess for sure. Out there living her best life. Yeah.
I have to say, like, preparing for this, like the book is pretty big book, like it's over 200 pages, and so I was like, oh no, there's gonna be so much to learn and stuff, but it was really pretty simple. I mean, I had kind of notes for like, okay, talk about safety, do the character introductions and talk about the relationships, read the setting, and then really it's all moves and strings um and just kind of go in with it. The story I had planned for you guys actually was going to be that the lazy lord literally was going to send you like 2 rooms over to the treasury room to get like a statue that was under security and like wouldn't like just go get it herself or write a note or anything. You were going to have to fight your way to get to it. But honestly,
Stupid.
Bex,
That's so funny.
as soon as I heard your character intro and you were like, I'm betrothed, I have a bitter rival, I have holy like a holy thing, like I was like, oh, I have all I need right here. Like it's
Perfect. Happy that my heartbreak could be the fodder for your story.
Yeah,
well,
you
it kind
really
of told
beat us up this game.
well, it kind of told me a lot based on the characters you created, what kind of game you wanted. Like,
Mhm.
if you had betrothed, if you had a bitter rival, that told me that that was stuff you wanted me to use. So, um, okay.
I mean, you used it
Absolutely.
well.
Mm-hmm.
Lion Steed, you know, that was one of the notes that I had. Chris
Killed your
knowing
mom's
the
great.
betrothed, that worked out. Like,
By the
Don't
way,
uh,
let me
I'm
be
so
weird and
upset at your
happy.
lion. Like, how
Mm-hmm.
dare like I got physically upset in my heart when you said that lion was eating peanut butter sandwiches.
Well, okay, Okay, so when you pick a loyal steed, you get to pick 2 strengths and 2 weaknesses. And one of the weaknesses is unusual diet, and I picked that one. And I was like, what's an unusual thing? I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny, but I'm like, no, you're killing this lion. Poor
No,
Fluffy.
this lion is fine.
Poor
It's a
Kojo.
magic lion that loves peanut butter sandwiches.
having
It's not that he
a
can't eat other things, he just refuses to.
having a game that's powered by the apocalypse, like the rule system was really easy, but what did you guys think of each of your character playbooks and stuff? Was it what did you like about choosing your characters?
I loved that my character was weird and kind of introverted because she was so weird, and people were kind of off put by her because like she likes all of these things and she sees the good in these things, and she doesn't understand why other people can't, and I just really liked that about her. I thought that
Cool.
was fun.
Like, to be honest, I didn't really use much of my. I didn't use any of my actual playbook moves. All the it seems like the infamous is mostly built around dealing with villains, like connecting with other villains or whatnot, like trying to change them. So like, as for like using, I just used the basic fight moves that everybody else could use. So
You
Still an
used them
option.
well.
yeah,
Yeah, and
Right?
that's still an
Yeah.
option. Like you could have done that against Taji, and been like, listen, I get it. These bums suck, right? Like, but like
How dare.
I like the choices that are present in this though, where like at any point you can stop the fight and be like, no, don't do it. We can all be friends and get
roll around
along.
naked and shit.
Yeah.
I did like how, because we all have our individual playbook moves, there's like there's like intrigue and excitement when someone makes a move specifically from their playbook. Like when
Mhm.
I did fanatical self-sacrifice, like you and Bex both made, we were like, what? I was like, I get to
Yeah.
take a condition to keep you from taking the condition.
Wow.
It was great. It was a great moment. I love that, like we're building this story together, and like those moments of like, oh, that was super unexpected, you can do that.
Yeah. I loved building my character because the chosen, you just given the options, you're like, oh, I know exactly what this archetype is. This is built for the drama. Like this is, you have all this conflict. You have like specifically all these dramatic beats that are built into the playbook that are like, our love can't be, and the gods like higher power things, and they give options for both going with your destiny and against, and like I just thought it was really cool. So it was fun
And
to make.
I like that too, because yes, we did kind of a one-shot comedy thing, but you can get really into the politics and like if you want a
Mhm.
serious game, like that gives you a lot of fodder for it to play off of like at a slow burn. We did it all in one
Absolutely.
show, but it's
I
Yeah,
uh
as
probably
I
would
was
have
making the
taken less
character,
conditions.
yeah, as I was making the character, I was definitely like, man, as a campaign, like I was already so inspired. I'm like, okay, if it was a campaign setting, I would take these moves for what, here's why, and here's the beats I would want to hit. But as a one shot, I was like, this all just gets to be one mess.
well, I already had the plan. If you had introduced Matsushita to Taji, Taji
Mhm.
wasn't going to be interested because Taji loves Katara.
Sure.
So then it's the whole like there's more drama and like a big reveal over time and stuff like that. So uh
I loved
that was
that
really fun.
reveal. That
It
was
was
so
so good.
good.
Mhm.
The fact that like I already had it in my head that we had never met in person, so it makes sense that
Mhm.
I wouldn't have recognized her. And then the fact that I was gonna set her up with the person she was in love with anyway.
That's so
Wow.
good. So good.
Well, so I
It's
honestly
giving
didn't plan that.
Shakespeare.
I didn't plan it until the very end. So Matsushita was going to just be Matsushita and like be super interested in Taji, and Taji's like, no, I love someone else. Um, but then at the end, I was like, I need a way to wrap this. Yeah, okay. Like,
Very good.
cool.
I
Um,
loved Izzy talking to the spirits of just like, I don't want to talk to any flesh and blood
Yeah.
person here.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
just
god.
want to talk to the spirits.
I'm more comfortable with spirits.
I like that too, because like you can also make the choice to not get involved with a person and just stay with the spirits, or maybe even like have them help in the fight or something like that. So like there's so many options. It's kind of a good yes and game.
Hmm.
Because even the downbeats, like you can still get what you want. There's just more of a sacrifice with it. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, guys. I think we have a drawing for the soapbox. We have a mystery soapbox with some additional stories added in from Pure Alchemy soaps. So last chance to type in hashtag RemPC to donate 100 bits gets you an additional entry, and subscribe gets you 7 entries, and every dollar at our GoFundMe gets you a bonus entry as well. So while we're getting the last of those in, and Tom is tallying up the winners for us, uh, what's playing next?
Allie,
Is anyone
just quote
playing?
Derica.
Is anyone Seven
Seven
Seas? Seven
Seas.
Seas is playing next. So if you want to get your pirate on, um, I think that'll be a real good time for that. We have a winner. It is Bex.
I'm so
Yay!
excited.
Congratulations.
I
That's
love the
cool.
mystery
Good for
soapboxes.
you.
You won the last thing.
Yeah, it's fine. Congrats. I don't know what you mean. I'm congratulating you.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
Derica, please take the angry condition
I
as
will not. Um,
awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you guys for playing and helping me through my first ever game of Thirsty Sword Lesbians, and making it real easy and fun to role play through. So I really
Thank you for
appreciate it,
running it.
guys.
yeah,
Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
god,
thank
it
you.
was
was
so
great.
fun.
I'm hoping to make this kind of a staple for one shots for the Rum channel, because it's easy, it's fun, it's upbeat, it's inclusive. Um, Tom is
Um,
fired. um,
So
so,
good.
but thank you all, and we'll be back in, I think, at 1:15 with Seven Seas. So bye everyone.